It don't look right with the wheels sticking back further than the rear of the bodywork.
It wants a width, it wants a fin on the back. Yeah. It wants bringing farther back because it does absolutely nothing for aerodynamics, that doesn't. Yeah, it's stiffly sprung, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why is it so stiffly sprung?
Jeremy built this one.
It's not that we're not impressed, it's just that it needs... He's trying to flog it entirely on the reputation of the guy who did like the design of it, and dynamically and from a road holding point of view, yeah, the geezer's probably shit up, but style and looks, there's better out there, definitely.
I'm not surprised at their reaction to the car, because they're coming from a very different background to the KitCar market.
I mean, the main thing, yeah, it's really nice to drive. It's just the looks don't go for.
So they're coming from a sort of a boy racer type of Citroen Saxo market, and that's a very different market.
I think it needs the headlights need repositioning. They need to be like slightly smaller because it looks a bit bug-eyed. Different screens, different mirrors. Sort out the cutouts on the side and make the back end longer to cover it, and just redesign the back end. And then yeah, it'll probably be really, really good.
I can hear all the things that they're saying, and I know they'll come round. It's not about big power and big engines. You've got to get the balance right, especially for racing. And so, they want to stick big scoops and V8s and all this kind of nonsense. That's not what it's about. It's about getting around the tracks.
You can't. New parts. It's a new car, new parts. You wouldn't go out and buy a brand new BMW that they'd cobbled together with bits off an old E21 3 Series, would you? You know what I mean? So
it's a kit car. People build kit cars out of donor parts, and they put new parts with old parts or whatever. You can get you can buy a brand new kit and buy all brand new parts, or you can get parts of old cars. It's not an issue.
I don't know. He does seem a bit fly by the seat with pants almost. It's actually happened to spin. Are you going to get to have a spin in the Formula 1? Yeah,
Oh, your beats my Mini.
quite quick actually.
How it accelerates anything.
Look a bit of wind to it.
Oh yeah, there's about 2 bugs went in my eyes.
Did you leave the goggles?
I didn't do 'em. When we're behind a car, I swear like you get stones chipped up into your face, don't you?
Not my personal style, but it went well. Like accelerated anything. It was like weaving through the traffic just off the lights.
How fast was he going? What was the suspension like?
Didn't go through, didn't really take it that quick on the road, but the suspension seemed alright. Weren't too bad.
Did you feel safe?
Yeah, it felt quite good.
Was it a particularly hair-raising experience?
No, it's just like, it's quite nice actually.
Just make it work.
Yeah, I'm up for a chance.
The teams have met one of their drivers and been briefed on the project. Now, with mixed reactions to the car, it'll be interesting to see whether the students learn to love their project or hate it.
Join us after the break, when the teams will start their build.
You're watching UK KitCar. Welcome back. Steve and Matt have now met the 2 student teams that will be supporting them in their quest to build 2 race cars for racing in the 750 Motor Club. They have also seen a finished example of the car that they're going to build. However, there are many hours of work ahead of the 2 teams if they're to build one that can compete.
With the drivers funding their own cars, the kits have to be built to a budget, which means the use of donor parts. In other words, bits off old cars, which in turn means, yes, trips to the scrappy.
to Albert Looms scrapyard. They're quite a busy day ahead of them, but I've got every faith that they'll work hard when they're there to get all the bits they need to do. They'll be focused, they'll get what they need, pull the cars apart they need to pull apart, and they'll have a productive day. They're a good team, and I think they'll work really well.
Danny, what else do you need?
We're on the other pedal box.
Liz.
He's got the list.
What's the spare one, right?
Yeah. Oh, here you are. Got the cable, yeah. Have we got the steering column?
Yes.
Yep.
No, it's this.
Exactly.
Fat man. As in nice, Steve. Oh, she can't spell it.
Nice one, Linton.
Thank you.
That is Danny, our secret weapon. He's our hidden expert, who some say shouldn't even be in the country. With designs for Volkswagen and Daewoo under his belt, he's our computer whiz, who's analysing the chassis design in software so he can crash test it, so our drivers don't have to. Just don't try and understand him, as his Indonesian accent can sometimes get in the way.
Nice one, Linton.
Thank you.
I've been here too long now.
Yeah. I'm going to get the pedal thing.
Not a very auspicious start. Could that be the sign of things to come? Well, with one team making a start at the Scrappy, the other team started dismantling an old sidecar racer.
As using KitCars, we obviously use donor parts from things to keep the cost down, like we did with the uprights. The engine's exactly the same. We use usually from motorbikes that have been crashed or written off from salvage yards. In this case, we've actually got an engine in a motorbike and sidecar, an ex-racer. The reason we use bike engines are they're a lot lighter than car engines. Obviously, they're a lot smaller, but they actually produce similar horsepower. And although they're designed to pull a very lightweight bike, and we're putting them into a relatively heavy car compared to the bike, they actually cope very well, especially the ZZR 1100, which has got a lot of torque low down the rev range. This means it's quite well suited to being used in kit cars. The kit cars, this particular one with the car engine, only weighs 480, 490 kilograms, something like that. So if you lose sort of a big chunk of the weight by using the bike engine, you still produce the same horsepower, but with less weight. So the power to weight is far greater than using the car engines. We're hoping we won't have too many issues, but I do expect we will burn through clutches fairly quickly, especially with us both being inexperienced drivers.